Good morning, everybody. Will you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Ms. Miller.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Supervisor Wareham.
Here.
Councilman McCarthy.
Here.
Councilwoman Miller.
here.
Councilwoman Inzarella.
Here.
Councilman Lohman.
Here. Okay, good morning and welcome to our special board meeting, 11 o'clock. For the record, this meeting is being held because we have a public hearing on the budget tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. So we're going to clear the calendar. We have 4 site plans and we have a number of resolutions. So we will begin this morning with site plans. Mr. Trotton.
Good morning, Supervisor, members of the Town Board. I'm Liam Trotta with the Planning Department, and we have 4 site plans for the Board to consider this morning, acting as the Board of Site Plan Review. The first application is called Galleria Quadrant Storage Facility. The site is on the northwest corner of Smithtown Bypass and Town Commons Road. This site actually had approval in 2020 for 2 medical office buildings, but since the pandemic and market changes, the developer, the property owner, decided to go with a new proposal, which is before you this morning. It's for the construction of 32,010 square foot, 2-story mini storage facility with associated site work. Proposed site plan. The applicant's holding the same setbacks as the previous approvals in regards to the parking lot and the building, and all meets all the setback approvals. The applicant has agreed to 6 conditions of site plan approval. The first condition is that they obtain a building permit prior to the start of construction. The second condition is that they install tree preservation around all trees to be preserved on site. The third condition is that the applicant shall provide proof to the engineering department that the coverage has been obtained under New York State's pollutant discharge elimination system general permit for stormwater discharges from construction activity. The fourth condition is that an approved set of New York State DOT highway work permit plans be provided to the engineering department. The fifth condition is that a deed covenant requiring the operation and maintenance of post-construction stormwater management practices be submitted to the county clerk's office. And the sixth condition is that the stormwater pollution prevention plan prepared by H2M shall be maintained on site for the duration of construction. So again, this is the proposed building. It's a 2-story self-storage facility with a small parking lot. And this is the proposed architecture of the building. Does the board have any questions?
Okay, any questions by the board?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Moving on. The next application is for Link Logistics, 45 Oser Avenue. Again, this site is the former Globecom facility on the south side of Oser, just west of Old Willets Path. The proposal is for the demolition of an existing 100,000 square foot industrial building and the construction of a 135,755 square foot industrial building with a 3,240 square foot second floor office mezzanine. There's proposed retaining walls on site and associated site work. This is the proposed site plan of the facility. Again, it's a distribution warehouse. The applicant has agreed to 6 conditions of approval. The first, that they obtain a building permit. The second, that they install a tree preservation fence around all trees to be preserved on site. The third condition is that prior to the commencement of construction, a building permit shall be submitted for the proposed retaining walls. The fourth condition is a fee for the removal of earth products shall be submitted to the engineering department. The fifth condition is that the applicant shall obtain a highway department road opening permit for the connection to the town's municipal separate storm sewer system and for the opening and closing of curb cuts on Oser Avenue. And the last condition is that the stormwater pollution prevention plan prepared by Bowler Engineering be maintained on site for the duration of the construction of the project. So again, this is the site plan, proposed building, truck storage on the rear side of the building, away from public view. And this is the proposed architecture. Very similar to the previous Link Logistics building that was approved at the last hearing.
Okay.
Does the board have any questions on this?
No.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
The next application is for Spicy Home Tasty Restaurant. The site is on on the north side of Jericho Turnpike, just west of Syracuse Boulevard. It's next to the Sangria 71 restaurant. This proposal is for the legalization of 2 sheds totaling 439 square feet. This is a site plan application because the sheds are built prior, so it needs to get legalized. And the applicant has agreed to 2 conditions of approval. The first condition is that they obtain a building permit, and the second condition is that they plan to use shade tree on the east side of the curb cut entrance along Jericho Turnpike. Again, this is the proposed site plan. The storage building is behind, the shed is behind the restaurant, away from public view. No changes to the retaining wall or parking lot, just for the legalization of the sheds. Does the board have questions?
Any questions by the board?
Nothing.
Thank you.
The last application is called RPL 349 Wireless Owner. This site is at 49 Wireless Boulevard, just east of Moreland in the industrial park, Moreland Road on the industrial park. This proposal is for the demolition only of the existing 77,000 square foot building. There is a separate site plan application to redevelop the site with a new distribution warehouse, but that's under a separate application that's still under review. This proposal is just for the demo of this existing so they can get moving on the project. The applicant has agreed to 3 conditions of approval. The first, that they obtain a building permit. The second condition is that the stormwater pollution prevention plan be approved by the engineering department. And the third condition is that if the property does not receive subsequent site plan approval for the redevelopment of the site within 2 years of this approval, the property should be re-landscaped to the satisfaction of the Department of Environment and Waterways and the Planning Department. And that's just to assure that we just don't have a vacant lot. So again, this is the building that's proposed to be demolished. Board have any questions?
Question by the board?
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Trotter, thank you. These will be voted on after we go through the agenda, so public knows. Okay, reconvening as town board, we'll move to the agenda. Deputy Clerk.
On appointments by the supervisor, we have Nicholas Puccio to the Youth Advisory Board from October 20th through December 31st, 2023. On correspondence, it's the Building Department report for September 2022. We have to authorize the town clerk to advertise for 2 public hearings, both to be held at 2 o'clock at Smithtown Town Hall. The first is on Tuesday, November 1st, to consider Local Law 3-2022, amendments to Chapter 113 entitled Notice and Certificate of Assessment. And the second is on Thursday, November 17th, to consider the Community Development Program year 2023.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
Consent agenda controllers, number 1 to 5, and consent resolutions 1 to 3, and the minutes of 10-4.
Is there anyone on the town board that wishes to remove any resolutions from the consent agenda?
No, thank you.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
The town board to issue a secret negative declaration determination in the following 4 matters for reasons stated in a memorandum from the Environmental Protection Director. All 4 are for site plan approvals. The first is for Link Logistics on 45 Osser Avenue in Hauppauge. The second, Spicy Home Taste, north side of Jericho Turnpike, 120 feet west of Syracuse Boulevard in Comac. Galleria Quadrant Storage Facility, the northwest corner of Route 347 and Town Commons Drive in Wisconsin. And the last is RPL 3, 49 Wireless Owner on the south side of Wireless Boulevard, 340 feet east of Moreland Road in Hauppauge.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
Authorize the town clerk to advertise for bid 22-104, disposal of construction and demolition debris, and 22-73, LED street lighting materials.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
Award the following bids and authorize the purchase of associated goods or services. 2296 for commercial driving training services to Precision Driving Schools, and 2285 road and landscape supplies to B&B Maintenance Services and Long Island Sound Transport Incorporated.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
yes,
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
The town board to approve the following. Rescind Resolution 2022-927 of the town board meeting held on October 4th regarding the adoption of amendments to Chapter 113 of the Town Code. An amendment to the 2022 Highway Road Program to allow Suffolk Paving to work on Sunday, October 23rd, to pave Southern Boulevard and South Hillside Avenue in Wisconsin. The agreed-upon cost is $28,000 for working on a Sunday. A 5-month rental of a wheel loader at a cost of $4,800 per month. Authorize the proposal from RTP Environmental Associates for professional services in connection with the renewal of a state air facility permit associated with MSF landfill areas, Part 1 and 2, and gas flare as required by the New York State Department of Environment and Conservation at a cost not to exceed $7,500, and authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement on a form approved by the town attorney. The cancellation of the contracts for bid 22001, removal and processing of curbside recyclables on the mutual agreement of Winter Brothers Hauling of Long Island and the town. And the last is an authorization of the Land Tech Group to furnish and install sod at Gaynor Park, and authorize the supervisors to sign an agreement on a form approved by the town attorney.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
yes,
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
The town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the following resolutions on a form approved by the town attorney. Submit an application regarding Tree City USA certification for continued management of the urban forest management of street trees. An intermunicipal agreement with the Islip Resource Recovery Agency for the disposal of commingled recycles at a rate of $65 per ton. And the last is a hold harmless agreement with Western Suffolk BOCES for a shellfish project in Stony Brook Harbor during the 2022-2023 school year.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
yes,
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
The town board to approve the rescission of Resolution 2022-919 of the town board meeting of October 4th regarding the appointment of a position in the Horizons Department.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes. That concludes resolutions. We will reconvene as Board of Site Plan Review and vote on site plans presented today.
Okay, on the site plan, we have the minutes of September 22nd, and we have the 4 site plans that were previously described by Liam Trotta. The first is for Spicy Home Taste, for the proposed legalization of 2 existing storage sheds. The second is for Link Logistics at 45 Oser Avenue in Hop Hog for the demolition of a 121,714 square foot industrial building and the construction of a 135,755 square foot warehouse building with the associated site work. The next is the RPL3 wireless owner for the proposed demolition of an existing 77,400 square foot industrial building. And the last is Calleria Quadrant Storage Facility for a proposed 32,010 square foot plus a 16,005 square foot basement, 2-story mini storage facility with associated site work.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes. That concludes the agenda. Deputy Clerk, we have no one wishing to
No.
speak. In that case, I will move to close the meeting.
Second,
Supervisor Wareham,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilman Lohman.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for attending.